Welcome to Western Nyota TV. Today I'm so excited to bring to us an amazing, a beautiful story birthed between President and founder of HEPTO and Florence Lintari. I normally tell you most of the time that kindness can take you far and kindness can always define your tomorrow. And today I'm so happy to bring to us Mr. Mohamed Jama Mohamed, the founder and the president of HEPTO. HEPTO is a non-profit organization registered and audited in the state of Minnesota, right, sir?
Yes.
Welcome to the show. So please just tell our viewer your name.
Thank you. Yes, as you say, my name is Mohamed, Jama Mohamed. I live in Minnesota.
Yes.
And I professionally am a nurse, operating room nurse.
Yes.
And I came here today to visit my nurse. 30 years ago, when I was a refugee man,
Yes.
I came in Kenya.
Yes.
Originally I'm from Somalia, and in 1991, when the civil war broke out in Somalia, one night,
Yes.
February 2nd, 1991, around 7:30 p.m., a friend of mine asked me if I can help him to pour a gasoline from a tank.
Yeah. Hold it there, Mohamed. That is interesting. Allow us to introduce the beautiful lady with us here, so that she can also let our viewer know who she is. So if you don't mind, please, can let our viewer know your name and what you do.
Okay, my name is Florence Lintari. Yes, I am a mother and a nurse by profession. I came a registered community health nurse. 30 years ago, I was working at Machakos, so at the Isiolo Hospital.
Yes, yes.
And now I transferred to Machakos Level 5 Hospital.
Thank you so much. And before we get to the beautiful story that Mohamed Jama Mohamed, the president and founder of HEPTO, was telling us, they say that a single act of kindness throws out roots. And the roots are thrown in all directions. And the roots spring up and make new trees. And so today we're here to talk about the beautiful tree that has been as a result of the roots, that is as a result of the act of kindness that Madam Florence did to President here, or rather the founder of HEPTO. So Bwana Jamal, in Swahili we call Bwana Mr. Jamal, you were telling us a beautiful story concerning what happened to you while in Somalia.
Yeah, I originally from Somalia.
Yes.
I'm born and raised in Somalia.
Yes.
And I lived in Somalia as a farmer, and also I was working the Ministry of Agriculture in Somalia to teach small farmers the new way of farming.
Which year is that?
It was 1987 to 1991.
I see.
And 1991 is the civil war started in Somalia. And everybody was running around to get out from the chaos and to go the safe place. So one evening, February 2nd, 1991,
yes,
around 7:30 p.m., a friend of mine asked me if I can help him to get a gasoline from the tank and to a pocket in his home. And I was helping him. I was pouring gasoline to the pocket, and somebody suddenly come into the room with a lamp fire.
Wow.
And
were you doing that?
They didn't plan it. They didn't think what's going to happen. The fume, the smell, the small room, the gasoline on fire, everything exploded one time. And we couldn't see the door, we couldn't see the window. It was, and then we kind of swim inside of the smoke and the flame and get out. And then I rolled myself to the ground to put off the fire from the clothes. The pain was indescribable. I burned around maybe 35% of my body, the arms, the neck, the abdomen, and the place the accident happened was 71 kilometers north from Kismayo, and Kismayo is the closest city where you can get any help. And then the people come and they put us the pickup truck, and they drove to the Kismayo 71 kilometers to Kismayo.
Let me get you back, sir. Okay, that's okay. Why were you having gasoline in the same house you guys were living?
Because the country was in a war. The people gathering whatever they can gather.
Okay.
They can put whatever they can get, they store in their houses.
Okay.
So there's no gas station, there's no functioning any service at all.
Okay. So you were selling the
no, I'm not selling that. My friend's house.
Okay.
So that's my friend's house.
Okay.
That's I can help him to get gasoline from there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was not involved with what he was doing. I just helped.
Okay.
Then they drove us to Kismayo.
So now the burning has occurred, and now you are in a pickup.
In a pickup truck.
With all the pain.
All the pain.
There's no first aid.
No. And when the burning skin and the wind hits the skin, the pain, it goes beyond unthinkable. It's very bad.
Were you covering yourself, or you just open? The wounds were just
open?
It
just open. And the wound was just open. And it happened right there.
At that point, what was going on in your mind? In an open pickup? The wounds are open?
The two
you burned 34%?
Many things comes to your mind, and your mind it comes like you hesitate, quick thinking, more thinking.
Yes.
The only thing I need to go through the pain, and then because it was a war zone, even the civilian, the friends, and the people I walk around, they have guns because to protect themselves. And those guys come with the pickup truck with us. They had AK-47s, but although I know them, and then I was begging
it was normal seeing the AK-47 with your neighbors, your friends.
And I was asking and begging them if they can shoot me and they kill me. And that was what I was asking them was a mercy killing. So mercy killing.
There's mercy killing.
Because my pain, it was beyond my tolerance.
Okay.
So to be kind for me and kill me, kind of like that. So I was it's a mercy killing.
First time I'm hearing that, mercy killing.
And then they said, no, Mohamed, we're not shooting you. You're not dying. You just pray. You will go through this. You will go through this. And they say, it's just 5 bullets. You can't give it to me, the 5 bullets. And they say, no, we're not killing you. And they take me to the Kismayo, and they tried to put us hospital. Hospital was just the empty building. The people immigrate from the mutation, running from the war. They settled there, so it became like a refugee camp. Even the hospital itself. Then they asking me where they can take me to, and I say my friend's house. My family were not there. I only know the friends. So they take me to my friend's house. They try to find any medical doctor or anybody any medical profession can help me. They found one. They put me IV. I swollen, and I couldn't see anything, but I can hear, and I never lost my conscience. Then they found a veterinarian, the doctor and the animal doctor.
Yes.
Came and said, oh yeah, I have a topical spray medicine for animal burns. I said, oh yeah, that's good. And I was using.
You didn't mind as long as it's
no, I don't get any help. I love to get it. and then he bring that spray. And we use once a day to spray my wounds. My second week.
So that was the first aid you were getting?
First aid I'm getting. And I'm laying one room for my friend's family's house. And 1 week after my injury, I was laying down on my back, and I felt a tingling in one of my back there, and I asked people, say, there's some tingling in my back and my wound. They look at this maggot. Maggots grow inside my bones when I was laying down to heal. And but that was a God-sent maggots. It was a positive thing because it cleared out the dead tissue, debrided the wound, and it speeded up the process of healing. So it was.
Mohamed, hold it. Let me just confirm that. Is it true that maggots process of healing to the wound?
Yes.
Please clarify that.
Yes, the maggots, they eat the wounds were already infected now after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And there was no medication which he was receiving.
Mm-hmm.
So when the maggots came, they started eating those the pus that is coming out and the dead tissue.
Mm-hmm.
And the healing process became easy, quicker than before.
Okay, you mentioned something about the animal spray being applied on his burnt body. Was it making it better, or that was even worse?
We don't use animal sprays to treat the patients.
Mm-hmm.
But for him, we had no otherwise.
Yeah.
And I think it was used as an analgesic to relieve the pain.
Okay.
And the same way it released to the animals,
Mm-hmm.
it relieved the pain.
Okay. Let us go back to where you are. You said now the maggots are coming out. Your friend has checked and is seeing their maggots coming out.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, what was your reaction?
At that time, I didn't know anything about healthcare.
Okay.
Now I'm nurse, I know what it was. But back then, I didn't know. I thought I rotten in life. That's what I thought.
So you wished you were killed while you were...
Actually, when the pain subsided,
Mm-hmm.
I get back my hope. I didn't lose the hope of life.
Okay.
The only thing that I asked at that time for mercy killing was for the pain.
For the pain.
For pain.
Yeah.
But later, I somehow, in my deep conscious, I know I will survive. I know I will heal it up one day. So I never lost hope.
Yes.
Then I lay down. I just get that treatment.
Mm-hmm.
The war get worse. The civil war in Somalia get worse. It moved back to the Kismayo area. And
where you were now?
Where I was. And then people were running around.
Okay.
And then I heard there's a cargo ship in the seaport, in the Kismayo port, and people going that one and they're running away from the war zone.
Okay, who brought the cargo ship?
The cargo ship was aid. I think he bring food aid to Somalia.
Okay.
And
That is relief food?
Relief,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I go there. I had a pant, and I didn't have the belt, so I take a rope and just tie that pant and a shirt and a sheet, the cover sheet, and what kind of rough shoes I found somewhere. I put on and go to the port, walk there.
Without clearance?
No, with the people running, no clearance, no law. There's no rules to go. There's no government.
Okay.
People are running around, and actually it's everybody trying to get out, and it's kind of like survival of the fittest. If you're strong, you get in. If you're not, and then I managed to get into the ship. It was the April 22nd, 1991.
You still remember the dates?
Oh yes, there's many things I cannot forget. We get into the ship starts sailing around 10 p.m. We came to the border, Kenyan and Somali water border, and they know the refugee coming, and the negotiation happened. Yes. So somehow, some point, the mechanical problem get in, the ship couldn't sail. Then the Kenyans sent I call it the tow ship. I don't know what they call it. The ship towed to close to the Mombasa port. We get there and we stay in close to the port. We didn't land it. We stayed in the port till the clearance happens.
So all this time, the burnt pains, you have no medication?
No medication.
You just have the spray, the animal spray?
Yeah, that animal spray, but I left the home, so I don't have even that spray. And because the car is shape, I sit there next to the rail, and that's the first time ever I travel on the water. And the movement of the ship and the smell of the ocean, it just somehow overpowered me. Okay. And I get that motion sickness, and plus the wave hits and soaked all my clothes, and the open wound with the salt water is the pain. But what I realize is, more we introduce pain to our body, we build the threshold. I don't know what it is. We build the pain threshold, which is resistance. Anyway, we came to the shore, and the clearance took a little bit longer. And finally we landed Mombasa Port, yes, May 9th, 1991. And that was 17 days on that crowded ship. That was 800 people in it. And when we landed, we were so grateful to touch the ground. Because
you were scared of the ocean.
The ocean. I've never been in the ocean.
Plus you have a lot of pain.
Yeah. They put us in a refugee camp in the middle of Mombasa City, Mijengo. I think the Mijengo was the area. Yes. And I stayed there until September. So one day I would just go out from the camp and go to the town, come back, and one day the lady on the shop, she was a shopkeeper. She had a shop on the Mijengo. She called me and she just talked to me, and she was so kind. She gave me 100 shillings. That's the first Kenyan shilling I said, thank you.
Those years.
Huh?
It was a lot of money.
Oh, there was a lot of money back then. Honestly, thank you. And sometimes when I go there, she talked to me and she recommended me if I can go to Nairobi, which is a bigger city, maybe I can get big help. And I said, that's a good idea.
So at Mijengo, you didn't visit any health facility around?
No, I haven't. I have been taken to the general hospital, and the answer I get was the wound is getting bigger. They don't have any surgery, so you just stay there. If you need a pain, we can give you pain medication. So I didn't get that advance. I came to Nairobi in September. But a few weeks later, then somebody said, you know what, there is a good hospital, and the good doctor from England is in Cielo Hospital. Why don't you go there? I said, you know what, absolutely. And I go to Cielo. Okay. I arrived Cielo, I settled in a motel, in a lodge, and second day I went there. I make an appointment for the doctor. I wait 6 weeks so. And when I met the doctor, he said, you know what, it's a contraction in your skin, you need to release this tiny skin in order to make a fist in your hand. I will cut this your skin and take the skin grafted from your thigh and put it here, and maybe that will help you. That's how I can do it. I said, okay. I think
all that time you had the confidence something can be done.
Yes, absolutely.
What kept you going?
Yes, I said, okay.
What motivated you?
I somehow, I don't know, there's a positive energy inside me to go through it. I never lost hope. I always thought I would get the help that I want, and there was the energy. I cannot explain that energy, but I was there. Okay. I was traveling through all the things. I didn't speak Swahili. I didn't speak local language at all. My English was very limited. But still, I was making a trip. I was making a communication. Things was happening. I admitted in a hospital, get the surgery. The Cielo Hospital has 2 big rooms for male ward, and one had a TV and other one didn't have a TV. So when I was in the hospital, the young nurse came to me. She introduced herself. That back then was Flores Lintari.
Oh.
And that was my nurse, and my nurse said, he realized that I cannot speak maybe the language or so, and she said, you know, Mohamed, I may take you to swap another patient and I put you in the room has a TV, then you don't get bored.
Oh.
I said, thank you.
Hold it there. Hold it there. Thank you so much, viewer. We are talking to the president of HEPTO, Mr. Mohamed, Jama Mohamed. And it's a beautiful story of kindness that Madam Florence here did to him during those days when he needed that kindness the most. So allow us to have a short break, then we'll come back and just join in Madam Florence, the young nurse who did an amazing job to Mr. President here of HEPTO. Don't worry.